Right, welcome everyone to the podcast, the first podcast of two guys and the blonde, although she isn't blonde at present. Yeah, she's gone brunette, but don't let that fool you. She is blonde by nature. So the two guys are myself, Skeltus, aka Skel, Mr. the Funky Fox. There isn't actually a Mister there, but you are a Mister, the Funky Fox, aka Fox, and Sassy Cass, aka Cassie Cass. Yeah, she's Sassy. For those who are listening on Spotify and just listeners, Cassie was waving, kind of a bit like the Queen.
Oh yeah, I was waving.
Kind of a half wave. It's not like hello people, hello servants.
It was full wave. I mean, I didn't wipe the windows, but I waved in a slow neck motion.
Okay.
Yeah. So first episode of this podcast. Intention is that we'll do it weekly. We'll see how it kind of goes. Going to try and keep it around online entertainment, I think, to start off with. So come along for the journey. But yeah, let's kick it off and let's talk about how we met each other.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like a fun story.
It is. It's a long story as well.
Yeah.
It is a long story. Whose perspective do we want to start with?
I would say not mine because I was quite late into it. I think
Same.
you two.
I think I was the latest.
Were you? I think you were before me.
No, definitely not.
First one there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Were you the? Were you the? Well, yeah, you would have been the first one because you were in the small streamers Discord thing. Right. I think quite a bit before us. I don't know. When did you join, Cass?
So I started streaming in January and I joined small streamers. I want to say it was like the end of January, maybe early February.
Oh, wow. That's actually a lot later than I thought. Because I started streaming in November, but I think I did the first 2 or 3 months just streaming to myself. And then I joined small streamers. So it probably was around like end of Jan, beginning of Feb, I think.
I was definitely the latest then. Because I was like the second week of February. I joined up.
Yeah.
I was late.
Yeah. Okay.
The only reason I said that I thought you were in before me, Fox, was when like the Among Us happened, you were like part of the kind of core group, whilst I was like on the outskirts because I didn't do the first 2, I think, or 3.
Okay. So no, I know what you mean.
But I think we should start off with we met at the small streamers thing, and then it took a south turn, and then we all met. Like that's basically what happened. Like
you mean Sassy got kicked out? Yes, that was a south turn.
Yeah, you got kicked out, and then we all like basically played a coup. So we went out, all of us, like 99% of us.
I was gonna say I didn't leave. I got kicked as well. Because I had to fight.
I got the ban as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. What was the Oh no. Well, no. I won't mention any names, but
because you joined me, isn't that why you got banned?
No. I think that might have been the case for you, Fox, but for me, it was because I had a fight with one of the mods or whatever in the Discord.
I had a fight too.
We had the Blastoise.
I wasn't supporting as much as they wanted. So that's what kind of was my problem. I joined streaming because I wanted to play and met up with friends because it was the COVID thing and I couldn't get outdoors really. So then a friend of mine introduced me to streaming, and I was like, well, he was then too. Like, oh, we have a. I didn't even know what Discord was. I didn't even know what Twitch was before that. So I was doing that, and I had a lot of fun. All of a sudden started to go like, well, you have to follow this, so you have to. Support that guy for like 8 hours a day, and I have a job. I work 40 hours a week, so I can't really do that.
Yeah.
So I was in a fight with the owner, and I basically said that he could like screw himself. So that's what I did, and I got banned. And it was also because Cassie got banned, and I didn't know why. I didn't really know her, but I heard the story from another mod that's currently in our Discord, King Magic. And then I basically got kicked in the channel, and still haven't been gone since. That's basically what happened to me. But it was like 2 weeks in, I think. It was like the beginning of March, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was when
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that I opened my Discord was at the beginning of March, so that we had somewhere to congregate and like talk and play together. Because at that point, we had all like gotten to know each other a little bit, and so we started playing games, and it was like that was our spot to like be together.
So it kind of was like I didn't know people being toxic and tried to stuff like that. So I was really happy community that's not that, in a sense, that you wanted to follow people because they were fun, and that's when it went up. Was, I think that's when it started.
Yeah. Yeah, so for those who probably are wondering what the hell is small streamers, I don't know whether they're still around or whether they've.
They're still no, they broke up.
Oh, right,
Like,
okay. So in essence, it's a really good idea, and effectively that's almost like what Cass is created and what we've helped kind of build. But it was that people with like who were just starting out on Twitch could join this Discord, get to know other people, and follow each other. Stream with each other. It's like a good place for kind of like collaboration. But in the end, it became very much like a follow for follow sort of mentality, and it was like, oh well, you have to like follow everyone who comes into the Discord, and you have to make sure you watch everyone, and it just became like, it was just, it ended up being toxic, which is why then, well, I think you just created the best thing is for you to tell us why you created the Discord, but I think you just created the Discord to have a separate place to collaborate and whatnot.
So I didn't even have my Discord available when they kicked me. The reason they kicked me out was because somebody else from the Discord that they had created his own, and I joined it when I got the invitation. So then they gave me an ultimatum: either you leave that Discord and not speak to that person, or you're out. And I said I would rather not be in a place that is banning me from supporting other people that I like, because I liked that other person. I played video games with him and we talked in Discord. So for me, I wasn't going to leave his, where that was the whole basis, like finding the people you vibe with, working with people and having fun. Why am I going to leave that to be forced with all these rules? Because that's where I feel like it was failing. Was you need to write down who you rated, you need to follow every single person. I don't need to do anything to be honest. Like,
Yep.
I followed everybody because I wanted to. I want to support the community. I want to make everybody, successful. But you are not going to tell me, who is an adult, how to do that. I don't support people because I'm forced to. I support them because I like them. Anybody that comes into the Discord, I support them. If they need any help, I'll help them. Just like with you guys, you're the same way. Everybody in the Sassy Gamers, in Fox's Discord, in Scouts, we all literally help each other. It's not about follow for follow, or you're not talking enough every day, we're going to kick you out. I don't care if you talk or not. That's up to you. But the way that the support works is, if they don't know you, they're not likely to support you. So by not talking, you're not giving anybody the chance to get to know you. So that was the only reason I created it, because I didn't have a space after that. It was just being everybody else's. And by that point, we were starting to meet new people and add more people to our group. We played Among Us. We did things like that. So That's why I created it, thinking that that was going to be a good safe space for all of us to be. And it has been. It's been fantastic. We go through spurts where we don't talk very much, but that's okay because we all have lives. We all have jobs. We all have families and things to do. I don't expect anybody to be there 24/7.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I agree.
That's the best approach, I think, too. I am so glad it, because then I could see like the wrong part of like the small streamers bit of how not to do it instead of like how it is now. I'm basically the same, like Cass said. I'm just, if I like you in a way, I will support you. If you're a nice guy or I think you're doing a great job, I will definitely support you. But I can't do it. I work like 60 hours a week, so I barely have time to stream myself. So let alone view people. And I want to enjoy my gaming as well. I Twitch to like kind of be away of like the whole uh yeah, like the corona thing. And then I just got caught up in all of that, and I don't really have time to like do 40 hours a week of network, whatever. And I think it's good to like meet people who you're generally good with, like vibing with, laughing with. um but that but that's rare though, to find like a group of people who you click with, like for real click with, instead of like being, there's a lot of people out there to catch on this early, like that are not really sincere in what they do. They're there for themselves sometimes, but I don't know how you guys think of that one.
Yeah, no, I agree. So, like you were saying, and I think to highlight to the listeners, viewers of this is, you've got as well, you've got myself in the UK, you've got Fox who is in the Netherlands, and then you've got Cassie who's in the US on the east side. So we're all in different time zones. So you can't always be there for every single person as well, because you are genuinely in work, and it's not like, we work for a living. You don't work to just sit around with your feet up.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got our own lives, and definitely the small streamers wasn't kind of about that. They wanted you to be there 24/7, and
Yeah.
there just isn't that possibility to do that. And you're right, you the other thing is, I think when I look back at a lot of the people that they wanted to try and support, there's a lot of people who didn't have like face cams, didn't have microphones, and you're going, well, and you watch them and you say like hello in chat to try and like, I always look at it where if I see someone new, I do generally jump in their chat and I go,
Yeah.
I'll give them 5-10 minutes of my time to try and see what they're like. And if they haven't got a face cam and they haven't got a microphone, and I type hello in the chat and they then don't respond for like 5-10 minutes, it's like, well, there's no interaction, so why am I kind of here? You need to give a, it is like well, it is, you want a conversation, it's a two-way thing. So yeah, I think it's just that, as you said, it's about trying to find those people that you vibe with, that you enjoy. Just like us, we've all got like
Yeah.
I'm being biased, but we've all got a really good personality. We're all, fun going, have a laugh, and we put ourselves out there, whether we look stupid or not. That's it.
Let's have fun.
Yeah.
And that's the cool thing about, our relationship between the three of us is it kind of does show people that you don't have to play every day. Like if you vibe, you vibe. Like we talk throughout the week, not even every day, just a couple times. And then we'll pick one day a month and we do our Faz night where we do Faz and Pacify and really just sit here and laugh the whole time. We're not even playing the game. But I think that sometimes with streaming, that's where people falter, is they think it's about the game.
Yep.
They think people are there to watch them play. No one wants to watch me shoot walls all day in Call of Duty.
I do.
No
I
one.
do.
I was gonna say, I don't know. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, but the thing for me is too, if you're like a small streamer, and like sometimes I fault at it too. Like if there's like, I absolutely love everyone who comes in. Like 100%. But you need that bit of reaction. Like, you need people to actually talk to you to be in a good stream. Because I personally myself, I was talking on that too, Skel. I was like, if nobody really talks on a stream, I'm getting kind of insecure about that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Because like, um I'm not I'm outgoing. I can do everything. I can say every weird thing there is possible, but like, gaming with people makes my day. Like, I game usually with around the same people, and they're so fun to play with. But if there's like, I'd rather have 4 people that constantly talk that I really have a good relationship with than 100 people who are in there but not talking and just watch me without me being able to interact. Because interacting is like the best thing there is on Twitch or whatever you live stream on. It's like, you want people to react to you, have like the funny things. Just like when Cass shoots walls in her stream. It's so funny. You want to react. I always react. And basically the bit going on is that we always call her pretty when she's doing stuff like that. It's just because it's so funny to do that. And then you build up reactions. Like, I rather not watch a guy. I rather watch a guy who's bad at streaming but has a really outgoing, fun personality than a guy who talks to stream. Like, I have a two-way in this, in like Call of Duty. If you're like top level, like competitive level, I'd like to watch you because you're really good, and I'd like to watch you because you become better of it. Or I'd like to watch a player who's not that great but has a great personality.
Yeah.
And the people within that are like, meh. There's like a lot of people on that.
Yeah.
That do the same thing.
Think of those top streamers that you watch. They have good personalities. Even if maybe in the beginning they started and they weren't really like outgoing, they didn't really talk to people, they struggled a lot. They've really like realized through streaming and through people talking to them and communicating like we're talking about, they're actually having fun, they're laughing, they're talking to chat. Like, look at Nickmercs. He's like the biggest example. He's hilarious, and he's not even always playing a game. Sometimes he's sitting in the lobby talking for an hour doing literally nothing but making jokes and like making fun of people, and his chat's making fun of him, and he's got thousands of people watching him. Well, put that on a smaller scale. If you're not good at a game but you are laughing and making jokes about yourself and everybody else in chat and also in the game, people are going to want to watch you and stay because the vibe is there. But if you're just sitting there and you either have no camera, you have no mic, or you're on camera and you're just playing, not looking at chat, it's kind of like, well, why am I here? That's when you kind of ask yourself that question. Why am I here? What am I staying for?
Yeah.
And that's really sad because you want people to succeed, but they don't want to listen either. I don't know how many times I've said it in stream. Every time somebody joins the Discord, make sure if you're looking for people to come watch you play, that you chat with people. Because if you just drop your link, there's a chance that people are not going to come, or
And
they might come in time and that's it.
I think the thing about that is also play with people. If you want to play with people who you like, who you have a genuine connection with. Like, I still remember the night when we were in Judy in Stadium and Skell started playing the Titanic theme song on the edge of the building. But that was so good. That was really honestly very good. And we all enjoyed that stream because that was so funny. I even threw you out of helicopter to die. And you still not forgave me for
that. Was not funny.
That was really funny. Still to that day, I stand by my point. But that's really what it is. Just find people you are comfortable and like playing with. Like, put yourself out there like you would do on a regular basis with friends too. Like your normal day friends, if I may call it that. Like, I see you guys as really like great friends of mine too, but you're not close to me as like my other friends back home are.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like you need to find that connection, and it's good. That's what Nickmercs does too. He plays with the same people or rotates with people he genuinely has a connection with, and it works, and they all grow. That's what it's like.
Yeah.
And that's the difference, I think, between like streaming in like maybe the UK and Europe in general, is because like if you are, I'm choosing to do English instead of like Dutch, but when I'm streaming normal schedule at 7, it's like 1 EST, it's 1 Eastern Standard Time, so a lot of people are working on a normal day, and as long as I don't mind, like it's like building up um expectancy of people too. It's like you don't have to expect anything, and if there's people in there, then it's great. I think a lot of people start streaming to shoot for the moon and just be rich, because there's a lot of great examples, but
Yeah.
there's also like 99% who didn't come that far and who stopped like 2 months in because they didn't get support. And that's the biggest problem, I think, sometimes with the internet too, is that there's a lot of people, but they have to gift you that favor to know you. Like what you do is really good, Ska. Like give them 10 minutes back, then go on, because it doesn't really matter. But otherwise, I do the same. I just go like type in chat like, "Hi, how are did you have any wins or whatever? Doesn't matter the game." And then if they don't reply to me, I'm gone.
Yeah.
And then I'll move to the next one. But it's just about finding people you are want to play with, I think.
Yeah.
That's like the main thing for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. I was going to actually touch on a point that you said, Fox, was I think, and it'd be interesting to hear both of you what your kind of ideas were for streaming. But I found that streaming, certainly through the pandemic, was very kind of like therapeutic. Just the fact that you could connect to someone who is, like us, not in the same country, but um, go out of your way to meet new people who you have fun with. I think that's been like the best part of streaming. And that's the reason why I started, was I was like, well, I've been locked up inside for a couple months. What do I do? And I was like, well, let's stream. I like gaming. Surely there's other people out there who like gaming, play the same sort of games, and let's see if I can kind of try and find people to um get to know and hopefully make friends with. And I think that's, even though it's very difficult for people, I know a lot of people want to, and I'm one of those who likes to have like a face-to-face interaction with someone. As soon as the lockdowns were done, it was so nice to like meet up with someone and give them a physical hug. But that being able to communicate with someone across the world was so nice, just because it gave you that kind of midway comfort, at least.
Yeah, I think so too. I started off the connecting to people. I'm still always been stuck inside, so I couldn't do really anything. So I started to play more games, started to stream because of it, and then I met you guys, and a lot more guys who are great. And it just, but it's like a fake security you get all of a sudden. I think so too, because I when the corona started lifting, like the mandate and the lockdown, it was just hard to adjust to like normal interactions too for me. It was like I started a new job. I am doing like more. I was locked away in a freezer for before Corona and during, so I didn't meet a lot of people anyway. It was fine, and now I'm selling bathrooms, like, and it's more, you get more interaction, but I'm also a bit scared that I'm losing the other side. Like I'm losing the worldwide side, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because you get so caught up in your normal daily life, that I need to make physical time to be able to play with people, and that's really important for me, because do not want to lose any bit of this because I'm having so much fun.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, we were actually just discussing this just before we started this
Yeah.
podcast episode about how we find that right balance, between your kind of. I don't want to quite call it. I wanted to call it real life, but this is real life. No, between like virtual, yeah, yeah, yeah. But between your kind of gaming schedules, your streaming schedules, whatever it might be, and then your job and doing things outside that we've all got.
Yeah, but the good thing we all have in common, genuinely like gaming, entertaining, even if it's just like to others, we're great for it. And that's what I we were discussing, like on it as well. That's what a lot of people forget. They want to make so much quick money, and it's not.
Yeah,
It's in the long run. I think Twitch is about just keeping the same schedule, keep continuing, play with the people you love to play. But if it's not working because you do not feel well, don't play the game and go ahead and use another time, because it's not wrong, but it's just still a bonus. A lot of people think, around me at least, my mom always asks me, how much money do you make with this? And I'm like, not a lot, but I don't really need that much. I'm not fixated on it. But if I could do this full time in like a couple of years, yes, I would, because it's more, actually, I love my job, but this is my job. That's what it's about for me, at least.
For me, it's
Um,
not. I wouldn't quit my job to be a full time streamer ever because I love teaching. Teaching is my life besides my family. So there's no way I could do it full time both, because being a teacher, I literally work at school and then at home, which I know you guys know because we've talked about it before. But I don't know, for the listeners, maybe you don't know a teacher, but that's how we work. We work at school all day, then we plan at home and making copies and things like that. There's nights that I work after work until 10 o'clock at night. So I have to strategically plan those specific days I'm going to stream. And that's like Skel said, where I'm having an issue right now is finding time. I just got a new puppy and I have a family and sports and things like that. So with me, it's every season, it seems that my schedule changes. Where in the summer, I was streaming more and more consistently, but now things are coming up. I get sick or the kids get sick and, I'm out or I have to be home with the kids because my husband's out, things like that. It's just, you just fly by the seat of your pants all the time. And it's so
yeah.
hard
yeah.
to find a consistent schedule.
Yeah, no, I agree, and it depends on each individual. So I can fully understand what you mean, Cass. Like why you wouldn't want to ever quit teaching, and I think that's quite common with a lot of teachers. And I would say it's probably quite similar for like nurses and things like that. I think you do that job more because you love it rather than and it's something that you truly kind of passionate about. Whilst I can't speak for Fox, but myself, I it's not that I hate my job. I actually really like my job, but if I could do streaming, YouTube, whatever for a living, I would, just because I do enjoy it probably that much more. But that's my own kind of personal preference.
Yeah, that's my. I get what you mean. That's my preference too. Like, I wouldn't quit my job now. Now just because I want to go full time. But if that opportunity presents itself, I would definitely
yeah,
take it.
yeah,
So I have a job that I wake up and then I'm having fun, that I want to go to work because it's that much fun. But if it appears that I can steadily live off Twitch or whatever, then I will do it. But I will not personally, like you said the other day when we were in a voice call chat, Skel, is that if I could live off this for 4 months, like consistently, I will do it. Because do not forget, like the bigger streamers too, they sometimes are so arrogant. And I'm not trying to bash anyone, but if you are, it's just gifted money. If they all stopped giving you money, you wouldn't have anything. So it's all about the gifting factor.
Yeah.
I
People
think that's
don't
what it's
realize
about.
like the aging out process too. Like Nickmercs is always going to be Nickmercs, but what happens when he's 70 years old and he has no eyesight
Yeah.
and he can't play a game? Like,
Yeah. Wow.
so
Wow. You've just done Nick so dirty then.
I know,
You
but
predicted he's
at
go
that
blind.
point, like, that's where my head goes. Like, I'm a teacher. I'm going to have a pension. I'm going to be able to still be living comfortably when I'm retired. But as a streamer, and I'm sure you've seen it too, there are plenty of streamers who have hit 40 years old or 45 years old, and it's been dropped. Like people stop going to their chats because they find someone new, someone young, someone whoever, whatever. It's not a consistent thing. It's not like an everyday job. And that's what makes me nervous. Like if I had a job that I didn't like, I think I'd still be nervous to quit because at least that's a steady paycheck. I know that every 2 weeks I get that exact amount versus, what if I only have, you know, 2,000 subs this month, but then last month I had 6,000 subs. Like your lifestyle has to change every month based on, how frugal you are with your money and how much you save and how much you put away, things like that. But do like, and people are just starting at an older age, and it's great to see. I love it because I think it's so cool that Twitch is and YouTube is a platform where you have really young kids like my 9-year-old, and then also older people like there was this one woman who is a grandmother and she streams and she's like 69 years old or 68 years old. You
Yeah.
see how I plug that in there. So I mean, it's just like it's so cool to see, but it is such a hard it's just such a hard job because you never know. It just depends on the people around you all the time.
Yeah, and I know what you mean. I think, and strangely, me and Fox were talking about this the other night. Was we were also comparing like professional sports stars, and we're saying, you see so many do really well, and I know the NFL's like this where people get paid, like 10 million US dollars per year to play for a certain team. They do that until they're like mid 30s, late 30s, and then it comes out 10 years after that they're now bankrupt, and you're like, how on earth have you managed to go through like 200 million US dollars? And I think, and that's what I said to Fox was, if I ever became a um professional streamer, makes me sound like I'm a beginner, but but if I ever took it full time, I think I'm really glad that I've had 10 years in my industry working at my level, because I know what it's like to live at this certain amount of money. And if I became really successful, let's say half of what Nickmercs gets, I would never spend each month what he, or however many, subscription, whatever the money is that I get every month. I would always be like, well, I managed to live on whatever I was before. Yeah, of course, I'd probably up it by 20% or something, just so that I could have a bit of a nicer,
Yeah.
life. But otherwise, I would save so much. And I think the other thing which a lot of YouTubers, Twitch streamers do, when you kind of look at them, like you said, a lot do kind of fall off. I think though you can have a longevity within this industry, but you have to keep on adapting. You have to realize that you've got to a certain point, and therefore you need to change the way that you do it. A bit like footballers, sometimes do in terms of, or soccer players, depending where you are. When
Football.
they
Shut
realize, when they get to like their mid 30s, they can't run as fast as they used to, so they have to adapt. If they're going to be at the top level still, like a Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi, they have to adapt their life, the way that they play, so that they can continue to be successful. And also I think, and I said to Fox, was like, I would probably want to create like a new company. And then I don't know how it would be, like whether it's tech or something, but I would go down that line as well, just that I've always got kind of something. And the way that I would be, and I've seen a few people do it, is that they will get revenue from, let's say, an external business, their Twitch and their YouTube, but then, you know, they may have like 2 editors, a manager, a PR person. I don't know, you know, what unfortunately I'm not there, so I don't know what you need, but they will pay all of them from, let's say, their Twitch revenue, and they spend all their kind of like excess money from their Twitch, and then their YouTube and their, you know, business, let's say, any revenue that they make from that, they then save. I think that's the sensible way to go about it, and then you can have like a comfortable life. I'm sure Nick probably does very well in terms of he's got the right people around him, TimTheTatman, people like that. I'm sure they've got people who go, right, every month put like 10 grand away, mate, and when you hit 45 or something, you don't want to do it any longer, look, you're gonna have 100 grand a year still to live on. Don't worry about it.
Person is from the UK because he called him mate.
Sorry, say that again.
I said, do you think his person is from the UK because he called him mate?
No, he can be Australian too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. As long as I was just wondering if they were, you know, if you knew them personally.
No.
What do you mean? You sent me a picture. Was that a fake?
Of course, he
Maybe.
cut out at
Maybe.
the exact right moment
Yeah.
of whatever the picture was. No one knows what the picture was, so it's up to your imagination.
Look, whatever me and Fox get up to is, you know, it's our personal matter.
Yeah.
but well, sorry, Fox. You, I'll let you go.
No, it's more like it's so, I think it's like underestimated how hard Twitch is sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Because you need to like I see a few people that made partner do it, like close to us, like all I do is scam, who's doing really well, but it's not really because I don't have the time for it. But I think he's doing a really good job. Like, but his main focus is like the network. But I was like, I don't personally have the time to stream 8 hours a week and then 40 or 20 or 32, 24, 32 of networking. I do not want to do that, but it's like a basic thing you need to do, I guess, to be bigger.
I think you've got 2 routes. I think you either do the networking that Camp does, or I think you just work really hard. One, you've got to be consistent, which is definitely my certain problem at the moment. You know,
Mine too.
I streamed last week, and then for the people listening at home, I streamed, I think, like, well, July was my last stream. So as you can tell, it's been a little while. So you got to be consistent, but I think also you got to tackle it on different fronts. You know, certainly when I listen to different people like Tim and whatnot, Geordie, who is probably one of the more kind of recent like people who've like come up the ranks, is that he did not only his Twitch, but he did YouTube Shorts, and TikTok. And I think it's, if you, obviously you've got to be very focused. Either you have the time and you're able to do that, or you just spend your time working your regular job and then spending again like another 40 hours and only getting like 5 hours sleep, I guess, each night.
Yeah.
Just working because you're targeting different platforms, and you're eventually it all kind of comes together. Because when you look at people's, like, you can be Twitch, it can be YouTube. When you look at I don't know too much about TikTok, unfortunately I'm a boomer, but the you know, when you look at like Twitch, your followers can be like, I think like Nickmercs is like 8 million or something, but he only gets 50,000 people in his streams every day. You don't get all 8 million. It's the same for, you know, his YouTube. He's got like 3 million subscribers, but he only gets like 300,000 you know, views each time, of which probably like 50% aren't even from his subscribers. So you've got to work really hard at kind of all those revenues to bring that audience in. And then like the more audience you get, obviously you start to then rise up the page on Twitch, and with YouTube it starts to get recommended a lot more. So you definitely have to put a lot of time into it.
Yeah, I think so too. But it's like there's been a lot of people who just grew a lot because of. You have to follow the newest trends to like go with it. But I consider myself a boomer too on tech things. But
You're
like
the youngest.
yeah, and I feel like a boomer
right?
too. It's just like the problem with me is that if I make a clip, I can go stream of 3 hours and can't find even a good
Yeah,
clip.
agree.
When I think what I want for my stream is that people to clip for me, so that I can just use that.
You heard
So
it here first, people.
So I look lazy and arrogant, but it's but it's more like I can't choose my own clip because I'm too picky of it.
Yeah.
Like I even don't like to look at myself in my camera right now, but it's like a work in progress.
I think you're
thing.
beautiful.
Oh, you're beautiful too, but don't do
You're
this to me.
so beautiful.
I'm blushing. I'm blushing now. I'm sorry. No, it's like hard to like be happy if you do it yourself. I'm really picky because I want it to be good. Like I want to watch it myself. I always think when I watch a stream, do I like this and what do I like about this? Like my boss, like to put it on a different perspective, like I'm selling bathrooms for a living. So I'm going on my day off. Me just go into other places like where they sell those things and where they sell bathrooms and like kind of know and feel what you think it's right, what you think it's good to be approached to. Like
I thought you were about to say that you break into other people's houses and look at their bathrooms.
I'm sorry, my neighbor shit, I'm done. I'm sorry.
Hold
Can't
on.
do this
Hold on. To go completely off topic, but Fox, what do you reckon to a B-Day? I've been wondering about whether I should get B-Day.
B-Day?
Yeah, you know what a B-Day is?
No.
It's where you squat down and then the water sprays up your backside.
A bidet.
Yeah, but
Oh, bidet.
okay.
Oh, not a B-Day. A
Is it-
B-Day. I thought
okay.
B-Day is in
like
birthday.
birthday.
I was
Yes.
like,
maybe
birthday is. I was like, yes, but that's not what you're talking about right now. But that's weird.
No,
So
Scout.
a bidet.
You're so
Yeah.
pretty.
Of course, you're so pretty, Skel.
Thanks.
So
But
pretty.
I know what it is. It's not really. It's not really nice, but it kind of is. I don't know.
I don't want that. No, thank you.
I don't know. You have to try it to like form an opinion on it.
So
it's
to
not
go
bad.
back to topic, before I forget, Scout, I kind of want to put down for one of our episodes. This came to me just as we were speaking, that I think we should really look into the difference of the monetary side of streaming on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok, because those are the three big ones. And I think a lot of people
You're telling
don't
me
utilize them.
you're telling me that Mixer isn't the biggest?
No. No, it's not. I'm sorry for people who were streaming on
Or-
Mixer, but
Yeah,
No,
I'm sorry.
But
I'm
I
sorry.
think that
Yeah.
would be cool.
She doesn't mean it that way, people. Mixer is a great streaming platform as well.
But that's like another thing. There's one person that I followed like a long time ago who was streaming on Twitch, who then decided that wasn't going to stream on Twitch anymore, and now he's using some weird, third party streaming service that I've never even heard of. And the same thing with the TimTheTatman thing. I'm not going to switch to YouTube. Like, I know that that's a touchy subject for some people, but Twitch is the platform that I'm on. I watch people on Twitch way more than I even open up YouTube. And as much as I like TimTheTatman and I like watching him, he's hilarious. I am not going to then just switch everything over to YouTube and only watch YouTube, if that makes sense. I feel like
Yeah.
some people all of a sudden were like, I'm only streaming on YouTube now because TimTheTatman did. Well, you're not TimTheTatman.
Yeah. I know what you mean. It'd be
The same thing.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. I haven't looked at it. What Tim's viewership's like Twitch compared to YouTube, because obviously
It,
it kind of makes sense for Tim because he's got obviously 2 million subs or whatever it is on YouTube, so there is a potential that there is more people watching him on YouTube. It is that kind of thing of and you're right. Some people have done it. Is for me, Twitch is where I watch streams, and I used to watch Tim almost religiously. Now he's gone over to YouTube. I barely watch him, but I still watch his YouTube videos. That's what's weird. But it is just because I literally go on to Twitch and I have my Twitch page open, and then it's got all the people that I follow who's live currently in the top left, and I switch between them. Whilst my YouTube, I just kind of flick between the channels I'm subscribed to and not really watch what they're streaming.
but that's what you're
I'm
doing. But like the findability of YouTube is way better than the findability. Because if
Yeah,
I'm watching a random video about cooking and I'm watching a lot of videos about gaming, Tim's live stream will pop in there.
yeah,
So it's like, even if I'm watching a different kind of video, if I'm watching a cooking show on Twitch, for example, I won't be likely to go watch TimTheTatman in like the same period. But I will, because it's like recommended on my live page or my suggestive
yeah,
page on YouTube. So that's like the findability. I think Twitch sometimes is really hard, though.
yeah.
Um,
That's what you know. I know a lot of people have said is that when you've got one platform or another, it's very difficult to try and transfer those people from Twitch over to YouTube, and likewise YouTube over to Twitch. It just doesn't happen, and I agree with you. It's kind of the, I don't want to say the negative about Twitch. There's something that I just like about Twitch, the fact that it is this like purely kind of streaming platform, and that's how it started out. Whilst YouTube started out as a load up a load up a YouTube video, load up a video,
yeah,
and then you can watch it almost like whenever you'd like.
yeah.
And then the streaming part was a lot later. Now I'm sure their streaming service is very good. Otherwise, Tim and Valkyrie and people like that wouldn't have moved over. But yeah, for me, it's kind of like Twitch is always like the home of streaming. And I think that's why I kind of started out there. And I think a lot of people, when you say kind of streaming to them, I think they always go to Twitch before probably YouTube would be that's my guess. But I
Yeah,
could
but
be,
I
do you on Twitch, when you're on your like page, like on your homepage, do you like click randomly on different people? Like I start like if I'm on Twitch, like you best. So I'm on my phone, and then I'm rather watching people who I'm like following now, and going to now, then a new person.
yeah,
Like I will give them credit, but it's more if he or she drops, or it, I don't want to discriminate, but who drops into like Discord, Cassie's Discord, or found mine, and just I want to give them an opportunity because they're here for me too. It's not that if I don't like the person whatsoever for whatever reason, or it doesn't spark my interest, I will watch him more because he's in my channel, but more because I feel like only on the Discord side it works. Like if they say, "Well, I'm up and running," and if they talk in the Discord, that's like a really big part. Like I will message them, or I will say, "How are you doing?" Just because they are invested in that too. I don't know, but I
the
rarely
other
watch a new streamer.
is it's not even just that they're there. It's like for me, it's these people, some of them are also invested in my friends. Where like Call of Booty not only watched me, but then also became friends with you guys, watched
Yeah,
you guys also watched him and my sisters. Like it just, I like supporting the people that are not just there for me. They're there for the community and all the people in it. And that's like the biggest thing that I like about Twitch is I feel like on the recommended, I'm getting people that sometimes are like geared towards my type of people. Like I feel like the recommendeds are pretty good about that. Like they kind of the algorithm is like real good about making sure that they give me some people that are close to who I am.
Yeah.
And like I know that you guys probably, because you watch me and you watch other girls, you get a lot of those recommended of other females, but it's
Hell
not
yeah.
it's not
What?
usually.
I was going to say, like, I'm starting to wonder. I pretty much was watching you only, Cass, and then I got all the hot tub streamers
I am the
recommended.
same.
So
Like ever read
I
that
don't know what that's
stuff.
telling you about your content.
Like sitting on a floating banana
Yeah.
in the pool.
Like,
Shooting walls in Call of Duty.
Floating banana in the pool. A taco once, but not on stream. Like, what? That's really funny. That's really funny. Oh my god, I can't.
No, but like at the same time, if they're going into your Discord and like maybe I'm some type of arrogant, I don't know, but if they're following a Discord, then I'm arrogant, by the way. But if they're following my Discord and they do not show up themselves or do not talk, then I'm like, what are you doing here then? Because I want to avoid that it's only about like a small streamer thing. You know what I mean?
For those who are listening at home, Cassie is pointing at herself.
In your Discord all the time.
And she doesn't even watch me anymore. It's sad.
Oh.
No, that's not true.
You only stream when I'm at work.
That's true.
I know. And so, for those of you who didn't know, I switched school districts this year. And the school I'm at literally has, like, they don't let our phones connect to Wi Fi. So I have to be on LTE the whole time I'm at work. And when I'm on LTE in my classroom, I have zero service where I don't even get text messages unless I walk out of the room with my phone. So I can't even put streams on at work. Whereas, like last year, I used to have one stream on my phone, throughout the day while I was at work because I wasn't texting or anything. My phone was just sitting over on my desk.
That
so I would have
sounds
somebody
like
else.
a prison. Like no Wi-Fi.
Exactly.
I've
I
got
have
more
Wi-Fi on my computer, but I can't watch Twitch while I'm using my computer to teach.
I've got a problem that she's been teaching her kids Call of Duty skills because she's just been putting Call of Duty up on the screen.
That's what we do all day. We just sit there and watch Call of Duty play.
We are progressive. Miss, what is that name? Don't worry. Oh, that's so funny.
That is funny.
Like,
yeah, I'm interested to see like what the difference in all of the platforms is, and even findability on YouTube. Like I don't, like you said, I don't use YouTube basically for anything except like watching some videos. Like I'm really bad at posting too. And I have a couple of videos that did really well, but for the most part, I don't have a lot of subscribers. I don't post a lot of videos. I do some shorts and that's about it. And I don't go on there. I'll go on and watch, like recently my whole page is about dog training because I'm trying to train my new puppy. So I have like thousands of videos about dog training, no videos about Call of Duty or Halo or anything else. But if I was to go into the people that I subscribe to, that would obviously show like the videos of things that I'm interested in. But does it work the same way as Twitch? Would I then see people who also stream and are like me, not just, like Nickmercs, where they have a lot of subscribers already, they're already real popular? Would it show me smaller streamers that are like me, like Twitch does, where they have 5 viewers or 11 viewers or 15 versus, 150?
I think not.
Yeah.
I didn't think so.
Yeah, I don't
But
know.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
No.
We'd have to look into that. I mean, I really think that this would be an entire episode that we could do with like just the different platforms and kind of the differences, the pros and cons of all of them. I think that would be really good information for people to know because, we're really good at Twitch. I mean, not really good, but we know Twitch because we've been there. We've been doing it for a while. So we kind of learned some things that did or didn't work. But when it comes to all the other platforms, like I'm a boomer too, but I do also use TikTok and I've been using it for a while. I would be curious to know, would I make more money on TikTok if I actually made that my platform and I posted videos all the time regularly and went live all the time? Would I make more money being an influencer on TikTok versus trying to make partner on Twitch? These are such interesting conversations to have because I don't know the answer. And I never even thought about trying to do that because I started on Twitch. I stayed on Twitch.
I think on a newer platform, it's like it's not going to be around like Twitch is a long time, but it's like you can make money fast in a couple of years, and then it's blowing over. And which Twitch is like in the long run, when you make partner, you're actually started to do well. I think that's the case in it, but you have to remember that Twitch or YouTube is for the long run and not to aim for money, because then you won't get it. I think that's the biggest part of it. But that shouldn't.
I'm gonna age out of Twitch soon. I'm not gonna be able to Twitch stream soon. I'm gonna be too old.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, it just is what it is.
You're only 22, right?
Yeah,
what
exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, what I'd say is that if anyone who's listening or watching this, make sure you, and slight plug here, go over to our YouTube channel, Two Guys and the Blonde, and make sure you drop a comment in below and tell us whether you know those sort of things before we go and research it. Any sort of links will be much appreciated. And what I'd probably just say, just to kind of end on this, is just because we didn't actually cover it, is Cass, what was the reason you decided to start streaming? Me and Fox talked about it, but I don't think you did.
Hello. There we go. So I started streaming, same kind of thing. Like we were stuck in the house during COVID. I was teaching from home, so I still was working, which was nice. But over Christmas break, we were playing Call of Duty, and at that point, I think that's really when Twitch started to explode, where everybody was, streaming on Twitch. It was all over social media, and I'm an Instagram whore. So I was all over Instagram and everybody was on Twitch on Instagram. So my husband actually mentioned, like, you'd be kind of funny to watch because you're terrible at this game, but you're also hilarious and you walk into walls and you can't shoot anybody for your life. So I really feel like people would watch you. So I started streaming. I was literally, if you ever get a chance to look at my very first video, I was sitting on the floor on one of those like gaming chairs that looks like a little rocker.
Yeah.
And I'm like this, and I got my 75-inch TV, and I'm playing Call of Duty. And the video was terrible because I was on an Xbox and I was on the Twitch app on Xbox.
Oh, yeah.
So I was streaming through that. It was so bad. But that was where I started. And then I got a desk and an Xbox and a monitor. And I just, for my birthday, got a PC. So now I'm like making small movements. But it was really just because we were already playing. And apparently I had a personality that would be entertaining to watch. So I was like, well, I guess I'll try it. Like, why not? It's exactly like you guys said. Everything was shut down. I had to FaceTime my best friend. Like, I couldn't go see her. And so Twitch was giving me that comfort of I am so social all the time with everyone that I needed that. I needed the conversation with people all the time to not lose myself like so many people did. I mean, you hear about so many people that during COVID either lost their lives or went into deep depressions, things like that. I feel like Twitch has saved so many people because they gave you the opportunity to still talk, still communicate. And with Twitch came Discord, and that also was helpful with the talking all day versus just when you're streaming. So I really feel just like you guys, like it was something that I needed to do to keep myself sane. And I was already playing video games because we had nothing else to do. So I figured it was a good start. And I didn't actually think, to be honest, that I would still be doing it. I definitely did not think that. I thought that I was going to get bored of streaming. I didn't think anybody was going to watch me. I didn't think anybody was going to care. So it was really cool to kind of meet you guys and some other core members who aren't really streaming anymore. And then also just so many new people. It's just been a blessing, 1,000%.
Yeah, no, 100% agree.
Me too.
I said 1,000%.
Okay.
You're only
Okay.
giving me
1,000% and one, then
giving
to
me a
one up
Yeah,
you.
10,000% then.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, you're not going to try and beat me.
No.
No, because I am worth 10,000%, Scout. 10,000%.
Well, what we'll do is we'll leave it there for the first episode. Thank you very much to all those who've listened or watched on YouTube. This will be 100% up on YouTube, 100% up on Spotify.
Yeah.
We will be working on the Amazon, Apple, and your other kind of podcast stations. We'll let everyone know as soon as we got that kind of all confirmed going forward. But otherwise, yeah, no, thank you very much. And we'll see you again next week. As I said, weekly podcast. That's what we're aiming for. And yeah, look forward to it.
Weekly.
Yeah, weekly.
Weekly,
We-
yeah. Why are you bowing down
Weekly,
so
yeah.
deep?
Because for some reason over here, unless I'm yelling, it doesn't pick up. So I was like trying to talk in a normal voice. So I came closer.
But it looks really weird for
Yeah.
people on YouTube right now.
Yeah.
Because
but
they
you
don't know what you have there. They don't.
like the forehead. Remember FOUR? I was just trying to be helpful for everybody so they could hear me without me yelling in their ear. It didn't work. Fine, I'm just gonna yell. Okay.
That's fine. That's what we're used to.
Thank you guys
That's
for
what we're
tuning in
used to,
so
yeah.
much.
Yeah. Thank you, and we'll see you on the next episode. Bye for now.
Bye for now.